Online at statetheater.info or call the box office at 724-439-1360.
And it's 11:10 on this Monday morning, and time for Best in Fayette, Albert Gallatin Amedisys Home Care and Hospice. And we have Amanda DeGespy with us. Amanda, how are you today?
Hi, TJ. I'm great. How are you today?
Doing well, and you have a couple special ladies here with you today.
I do. Probably one of the most special guests that I've ever brought on. We have Miss Fayette County Queen here, one of them, and wanted to just reach out. You know, this is a part of what we do with Amedisys Hospice, partnering with our community. We have Brandy from Caring Missions here, and I feel like we share that same heart for our community where we thrive on making a difference, and that's what it's all about. So what better way to do that than to bring a special you've been in Fayette County, she's lived here her whole life, so I want her to introduce herself.
Hi, my name's Marcia Schaefer. I'm from Uniontown. I've lived here all my life, and Fayette County is the best place to be. It's been a great pleasure being the Fayette County Queen.
What an honor to have you today, Marcia. We have had the pleasure of working together, not only in this realm, but also Marcia has had some experience with hospice over her many years as a resident here in Fayette County. She has become familiar with Albert Gallatin Amedisys, and most recently we have been partnering to try to get some extra support for a special person in her life. So do you want to speak to that? Or sure.
I've been taking care of a very special lady in my life for 2 years now. Her name's Sandra King.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, she's so sweet and so special. So she has cared for so many people over the years, and you know, she was just telling some friends of hers the difference that hospice does make and that home health makes. So not only when a patient is at home, but we go anywhere a patient calls home. So Albert Gallatin Amedisys Hospice, we're local, and we have a lot of staff that just truly they just love what they do, and it shows. So if you have a loved one that could benefit from the gift of hospice, we encourage you to reach out to 724-208-9783, or you can call our care center at 724-439-4440. And so we had partnered with our volunteer coordinator, and we held an open house. Brandy, can you tell us that I think it went really well?
Oh, yeah, I think it went great. So it was, July 24th, last Thursday. We had an open house at the local Caring Mission in Uniontown, right at 150 Pittsburgh Street. And we try to do something like once a month. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we do something with Amedisys? We work with you so much anymore. And it was beautiful. So your coordinator that does all the volunteer work, I've had calls coming in. Where do we volunteer? Young and old. Everybody wants to help. So I thought that was a really good opportunity to kind of reach out to the community. We had a blast. And I know you showed up too, Miss Marcia. It was a really nice event.
Yes, it really was. And like you said, we do have a lot of needs for volunteers. So if there's anyone that would like to volunteer with Amedisys Hospice, please reach out to that 439-4440 number, and we can put you in touch with Heidi. She's our volunteer coordinator. She was on a couple weeks ago with us here on WMBS. So, you know, our goal is to service the patient as a whole. So a lot of times people hear the word hospice and they may think that you're just coming in and giving up. And that's not at all what we do. So what we do is we deliver the quality. We deliver the comfort to that patient no matter where they call home. So whether the resident is at home or if they're with a loved one or in a facility setting, we can go anywhere they call home. And they're going to have that extra support. So they'll have a registered nurse coming in to visit. They'll have an aide that comes in that helps with bathing, dressing, companionship visits, with chaplains and social workers. So they'll be assigned to a whole team, as well as a team on our back office who just, you know, they're wonderful. And as soon as initially the call, that's all it takes is to make that phone call, and you have so many working parts. So many people just making sure that they put the best plan of care together for that resident no matter where they are. And hospice is a Medicare benefit. So I know in talking with Sandy, like, there's I'm sorry, and talking, now I've got that on my brain. So I know that in talking with you at our volunteer, our open house, that, there's a lot of misconceptions about hospice.
Right.
People think you're just giving up.
Right, exactly. I felt that way myself. I took care of a lady in Florida just a few years ago, and as soon as they told me hospice, I immediately thought she was going to pass away, and it really upset me. Fortunately, she did pass after a while. But you can get on hospice. You can be on it for a while. It's extra support. It's extra help.
Yeah.
They put you on it for a while. Then you can, from what I understand, you can if you
get better.
If you get better, you can redo everything all over again whenever you need it. And it was very helpful to me taking care of her, because I learned a whole lot.
Right,
and now I can
absolutely.
help my friend now.
That's right.
With the experience I learned down there. So,
It's wonderful, and that's the best gift that you can give someone you care about and love is the gift of hospice.
As soon as you call them, I mean, they're right there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
If you need
That's true.
anything, they're
24/7
to help
access,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
That's right, and it's the right care at the right time. She had mentioned that sometimes patients get better and they come off of hospice, or sometimes they're not quite ready, but at least we can point you to the right resources.
That's right.
A lot of times we have patients at home who need extra support. Maybe they need that caregiver. They need someone to stay for a length of time, to just kind of be a sitter and a companionship. That's when we would outsource. We have social workers who would reach out to someone like Brandy at Caring Missions to get the ball rolling. And can you tell us how you have supported our patients in the past?
So, like you've said, there might have been times where, the family isn't able to be with their loved one all of the time, but they want someone there with them just for that companionship and that extra support when they can't be there. So we would contract with you guys and through the client, and then send an aide out, and we can do something as small, short visits to pop in and make sure everything's okay, and we can provide anything up to 24-hour care.
Wow, that's really nice. So in addition to having hospice, when we come in, our nurse will come in and do a visit, our aide, our chaplain, our social worker. But sometimes they need a tuck-in. Maybe they need someone to sit there at night, or to be there while the family goes on vacation, things like that. There are so many different resources out there that people are not aware of. And so we encourage you to reach out. If you have a loved one that you notice you've been calling the hospital or the doctor's office more frequently, they've had increase in falls or infections, things like that. Those are little red flags that may say it's time to call hospice to see what extra support we can get. We can get everything moving within the same day. We are local and we are ready. So when you need us, we're there, and we're the right time. So. Yes. Brandy, I know we have some fun things coming up. Like you said, we try to partner at least monthly, but I know we've been really busy lately.
Everybody's been so busy, but I'm going to tell you what's coming up next. The famous WMBS Fayette County Fair Day,
Yes.
which is also the Senior Day. That is this
Looking forward to
Wednesday,
that.
July 30th. I do believe the activities for the Senior Day start at 11 in the Fiddler's Building, but please make sure you try to arrive a little earlier. So when you first walk in, you're going to see Matt Sapienza and his crew from WMBS to spin the WMBS wheel of prizes and see what you get. And the Senior Queens are also going to be there. Amanda, you're going to try to be there
I'll
too.
be there with you.
Yeah, and it's
and
a
I'll be
blast
bringing the
over
princess, the other queen that we've crowned
there. Miss
too.
Nancy.
Miss Nancy DeGaspie. She couldn't make it today, but she will be there hopefully.
It's a very blessed day. They get to walk around, see the animals with that support of all of us being there, and the fair is really supportive of you guys showing up. And a lot of the public love taking pictures with our people, like in the senior community, especially with your title, because you have built a foundation here for the rest of
Absolutely.
us. So it's an honor to be with you.
Truly
and
is.
to-
Same with me. I appreciate
thank
your kindness, and I've had a great time with the two of you, and also the seniors out there. I just if I could help any senior, I would reach out to help.
We
them.
learn so much every time we're together. I feel like I love spending time with our seniors, and we want you to know, whether you're a senior listening or you're a caregiver for seniors, our goal is to let our community seniors know they are not forgotten. There are benefits out there to help them, but also I feel like they don't realize the impact they make on our lives.
Yeah, and there's a lot of lot of seniors that have families that once they get sick, they don't want nothing. They don't want no parts of what's going on, and it makes the patient take a little bit longer to get better because they feel like they're abandoned, And
That's right.
And it's a shame. I have always said that seniors, that's when they really need the support of the families, and that's what I try to do.
And I've seen that where agencies come in like Amedisys or Caring Mission, and then the aides or the nurse or the social worker, the chaplain, they become a part of that client's family then.
Yeah.
That's right. And I always say we are not the whole puzzle, but we're all a little piece to the puzzle, a very important piece.
It helps.
Absolutely. So hospice also covers things like, wound care supplies, pull-ups, wipes, chucks, things like that maybe the families, they're on a fixed income or they're providing these things. They are noticing that they, now they're using their oxygen all the time. Maybe they're having a hard time getting it from their insurance. I hear that a lot.
Yes,
or they're renting it. So, hospice would then, that would be a part of their hospice plan of care. So there are so many things that we can't cover everything in 15 minutes, but we want you to know that, you do have support in your community, just right in your backyard. We're all here, and we're happy to help in any way. So again, Amanda DeGespy at 724-208-9783. And Brandy, do you want to give your...
Yes. I wanted to say something quick. So, Miss Senior Queen Marcia Schaefer, she is actually representing the Mary Bell Baby Doll Project that was founded by Amanda. And what we do is Caring Mission as a part of that. We're a drop-off location at 150 Pittsburgh Street in the plaza where Bits of Glitzes is at. And we're taking any kind of baby dolls or stuffed like little toys like kitties or dogs, and this all goes to the program for Alzheimer's care.
That's right.
Because a lot of times, if you have Alzheimer's and then depending on the stage, you're resorting back to a different time in your life. But caring for someone is something that never goes away. So when they have that little doggy or that baby to take care of, it can soothe and calm that person immediately. So
it truly does.
I know Marcia is a big representative for it, and she is taking donations.
And it truly does give back that sense of purpose, and we had talked about our seniors making a difference, but sometimes, we forget that they are so used to doing for everybody else that maybe they need a little extra support so they feel like they've lost that sense of purpose. So I appreciate you so much, Marcia, doing that to collect those babies, and that is such a true help to our community.
I can't wait.
Oh, and Brandy, Caring Missions, I had visited her office last week, and she had a whole big box for the Mary Bell Baby Doll Project. You have been such a support from day one, so thank you so much.
And what we're doing, so we have a drop-off box there, so if you just come, you can put it in a little bit Mary Bell Baby Doll Project box. No need, you don't have to talk to anybody or anything, just do the drop-off. And then I think November 4th, we're going to do a pickup for the end of the year, so they can be distributed before the holidays, so these patients and these other clients can have a little something extra. And Caring Mission is going to match whatever we get with the same amount as well. So if you ever need help from Caring Mission, the number is 724-439-7656.
Yes, and we thank you so much for having us today. It was a pleasure having you and having my special guest. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you would, what is the best advice you can give our senior community listening? Here, we'll have you talking to the mic.
Just keep yourself active. The more active you are, the better you can be in
You don't
the
use it, you lose it, right?
I hear that all
I didn't
the
want to
time.
say that, but I've been running marathons, and I've been doing everything I can to keep myself active, so I can help more people.
Well,
so
that's wonderful.
I just hope somebody's there for me when I need
Marcia
them.
could probably outrun us. We're gonna race on the way back to the car. But thank you so much for having us again. If you have the right to choose the hospice you want, we are the best in Fayette. We are proudly, we're very proud to say that our staff really has a heart to help. So if you need us, we're there 24/7. 724-439-4440. Thank you, TJ, for having us.
Always, ladies, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
I believe.
That's right.
All right, and that was Best in Fayette, Albert Gallatin Amedisys Home Care and Hospice on this Monday morning, and it's now time for Trust Talk by BBB here on WMBS. Good morning and welcome to Trust Talk by BBB on